Welcome to the 6th edition of AUP7 News. I'm Katrina Christensen.
And I'm Erin Stranyak. Well, spring has sprung here in Paris, and with summer just around the corner, many women are looking for ways to get active and stay fit. Brandice Walker joins us with the story on women in sports.
Yeah, you know, ladies, with so many ways to stay in shape, it can be hard for a woman to choose.
The city of Paris held its annual Femmes en Sport, or Women in Sports Day, on a Sunday afternoon at Stade Émile-Antoine. The event lasted all day long, giving women the chance to try everything, from Swedish gymnastics to Brazilian samba. Although the day was dedicated to women, men and whole families came out to enjoy the festivities. A live DJ was at the stadium providing musical entertainment for the guests at the event.
Stade Émile-Antoine with Jean Benoît, la Péronie. Et messieurs, je voulais savoir pourquoi vous faites cet événement?
On fait cet événement en fait pour promouvoir le sport féminin, c'est-à-dire les différentes pratiques et permettre aux femmes de pratiquer le sport gratuitement à Paris.
The Women's Day had an international feel to it, hosting sports and other activities from Scandinavia, North America, South America, various African countries, Asia, and Australia. Along with an Australian football demonstration was a lacrosse demonstration that participants could then join to play a game. Also heavy on the roster for the day's activities was dance from all corners of the globe. All afternoon, women of a range of ages watched dancers perform with live bands and were even invited to learn the moves and dance alongside the performers.
C'est populaire avec les femmes cet événement.
Donc c'est très populaire, on a entre 1000 et 1500 femmes qui viennent depuis 3 ans et on fait des sports très ensemble, beaucoup de danse, donc ça plaît beaucoup. Une grosse partie de course le matin et ensuite on braille sur la danse, danse africaine, danse brésilienne, kakora. Et c'est vrai que ça marche bien et ça devient un rendez-vous assez régulier qui est attendu chaque année.
D'accord, ok, merci beaucoup monsieur.
The city of Paris, who hosts and sponsors the event, has dedicated a day to women in sports every year since 2008. For AUP7 News, I'm Brandice Walker.
I actually got to try some of the activities and I really enjoyed the Brazilian samba. Back to you, Katrina.
Thanks, Brandice. The small kingdom of Bahrain is one of the latest countries to experience political unrest, a movement that has been sweeping across North Africa and the Middle East. But is the revolution in Bahrain like all the others? AUP7's Erin Stranyak sat down with several Parisian-based Bahrainis to learn more. Take a look.
As revolutions across the Middle East and North Africa continue to heat up, the small Gulf kingdom of Bahrain is the latest country to become engulfed in anti-government protests. Lina Al-Balushi and Mariam Al-Gaoud are two young Bahraini women living in Paris, and they say the international media has the situation in Bahrain all wrong.
I don't think it's right for people to compare Bahrain to the other countries in the Middle East and North Africa.
Yeah, specifically.
Because when you look at those revolutions specifically, there was a sense of unity with the people. They were all united and they all had a goal. You have doctors, you have lawyers, you have students, you have the senior citizens, and they were all united. All sects, all religions, all walks of life, and they were all united. But in Bahrain, that's not the case at all.
And it was appalling to see when I went back to Bahrain, the first thing I did from the airport was go to the demonstration.
I went
circle.
too.
And it was just completely different from what was happening in Cairo, like just witnessing even on TV. It was a carnival. They were having a blast. They set up tents, they have all the food in the world now. Popcorn machine,
shisha,
pony, Barney coming around, taking pictures with
selling fish. They have a barber there. Honestly, is that even a revolution?
Protesters in Bahrain are mainly from the minority Shia sect, but the protesters lack a sense of unity, which leads some to believe there are ulterior political motives fueling the protests.
Yeah, it all started with a specific group, specific sect, and that's how it started. The demands are kind of almost the same, but there's no sense of unity within the demands.
Seems to be escalating in a different direction.
Exactly.
Almost.
Iranian-born student Ali Reza Azbatafari offers his insight into the situation in Bahrain.
They want to expand the Shiite rule in the Arab world, basically, in Iraq, in Bahrain, Lebanon, yeah. So it's, it is a religious thing, but it's not about religion or ideology, it's about gaining power.
Gaining power through the religion, I must add.
I'm not, not surprised. The Iranian regime, once they want power, they have Russia and China behind them, so they want to expand. They want more power in Afghanistan, Iraq, Bahrain, any place that potentially can be a Shiite state. So that would be like an area they can control.
I feel like the situation in Bahrain sparked because of the 79 revolution, when the Shah left and Khomeini took over.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I know, I really
Khomeini
think
pictures
so.
were everywhere.
In Bahrain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere in the protests now, and then they're saying, no, we
they
don't have
want.
an Iranian regime. But why are the pictures up then?
And they maybe the problem in Iran with, the revolution 79 is going to get better, and really
it just got worse.
It got worse. And
People
Bahrain,
are
maybe the
regretting it.
Bahrainis don't know that yet, if they take the example of what could go wrong with a revolution.
And that's the fear of for us specifically. We don't want an Iranian regime like that, I mean, you guys are trying to get rid of it. We don't want it,
And Lena's fears are not without reason. Bahrain is a central country in the Gulf states and houses a large U.S. naval operation known as the Fifth Fleet.
Listen, Bahrain, it's like a domino now. If Bahrain falls and if the situation escalates, the whole world's going to probably go into war, starting with the Middle East. Bahrain falls, Iran is going to interfere, the GCC is going to interfere, maybe the US,
Turkey's
where
gonna
we're the biggest, we have the biggest American base of fleet, the Fifth Fleet, in Bahrain. It's going to be a world war.
But for now, these young Bahraini women and the rest of the world can do nothing but watch and wait to see what happens in the Gulf.
We've come a long way.
A long way, and we're doing so well. And to see it all go down the drain, that's such a pity.
Erin Stranyak, AUP7 News.
Thanks, Erin. In other world news, the deadly earthquake and tsunami in Japan continues to devastate the country. To help the victims, the AUP Fundraising Committee will be holding a benefit for the Japanese Red Cross Society at the Amex Cafe this Friday. All proceeds will go towards earthquake and tsunami disaster relief. For more information about the event, contact Elizabeth Whitney at aup.funds@gmail.com.
The end of the semester is coming up fast. Are you feeling stressed out? AUP is hosting a seminar on March 28th in the Grand Salon to help you effectively manage your stress. Psychotherapist Sharon Corman will teach the Surviving Stress workshop.
While there are many ways to manage stress, some people feel they've just got to dance. France's largest annual street-style dance competition recently took place here in Paris. AUP7's Brian Redondo has the story.
Hip-hop is in the building, said the announcer at the 10th annual Juste Debout street dance competition. The world's best hip-hop dancers descended on Paris for the event and a chance to win street dance's highest honor. Competitors represented 12 countries all the way from Japan and Singapore to Sweden and Switzerland. Each two-person team hoped to pop, lock, house, and hip-hop their way to world supremacy.
The whole world is here. It's kind of setting a standard for the world. If you're winning Juste Debout, you're setting a standard. You're setting a level to reach to get to the top.
Nearly 15,000 spectators who traveled far and wide filled Paris's Palais Omnisport to witness the spectacular display of movement and heated rivalry. But like hip-hop itself, the event has humbler beginnings.
It's not like in the beginning. In the beginning you have only like dancer and a little group, The first edition, I think less than 1,000. But I think only 500.
One of the organizers of the event, who declined to be interviewed, said that holding the event on this stage, at this level, legitimizes hip-hop as a culture. Indeed, the event felt like the World Cup, or as the announcer put it, the G20 of hip-hop.
3, 2, 1.
As Juste Debout continues to grow every year, so too does hip-hop culture around the world, uniting young people everywhere. Brian Redondo, AUP7 News.
Thanks, Brian. If you're looking for something that appeals appeals to your artistic side, the AUP Arts Arena is hosting a screening of the documentary A Desert of Forbidden Art. The documentary tells the fascinating tale of Soviet art collector Igor Savinsky. The event takes place April 1st at 7 o'clock. For reserved seating, contact artsarena@aup.edu.
Also in the arts, the AUP Fine Arts Gallery will be featuring an exhibition of X-ray art by Korean artist and radiologist Tai Sub-chung. The event will begin next Thursday at 6 p.m. in Combs. Well, that's all for this week's edition of AUP7 News. I'm Katrina Christensen.
And I'm Erin Stranyak. Thanks for joining. We'll see you in 7.